All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So we're going to continue on the trend of the nine noble virtues. If you've been following along, we've knocked out the first five, I believe, and we are on industriousness. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in. It says, I will take joy in labor and hold nothing back from the work that I pledged to do, And that should ring pretty solid in the man of the Lord, knowing that we have a job to do, knowing that we are prophets, preachers, man of the Lord, apostles, apostles meaning, being sent forth. Sent forth to who? Sent forth to teach. Sent forth to the sheep, to the lambs, okay? To feed our nation. And that's what the apostles on down have done to us and have empowered us. The Most High empowered us, but they gave the knowledge. They paved the way for us to come in and to put forth this knowledge to the masses. Okay, so I'll read it one more time. It says, I will take joy in labor and hold nothing back from the work I pledge to do. Now, we're going to get a couple scriptures on this because, like I said, as men of the Lord, we have a job to do. I'm going to get this one, but I want something else first. This is Matthew 25. I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods, and said and unto one he gave 5 talents, another 2, and another 1, and to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. Likewise, he that received 2, he also gained the other 2. But he that received 1 went and digged it in the earth and hid his Lord's money. And after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And he that received 5 talents came and brought the other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and I wouldn't hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. So here's yours. Here's your talent back. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow. Thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou ought therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For everyone that shall be given, he shall have abundance, but from him that have not shall be taken away even that which he hath. So the whole point of the story is work. Okay? The the Most High gave you this word, which is the talent, and you're supposed to flip your talent. Okay? The one had 5 and he made it 10. The one had 2 and he made it 4. Okay? They took this word and they ran with it. And they did something with it. They brought in sheep. They brought in people. They basically they did the work. But the one who had one that hid his talent, he didn't do no work. He didn't bring in nobody. He didn't double his talent. He didn't make use of the talents that the Most High gave us. And we'll get into that later when we talk about the body, but we all have individual talents and abilities that the Most High gave us to push forth this truth. And if you ain't flipping your talent, if you ain't using that to your best ability to help spread this gospel, then you ain't holding up your end of the bargain. What did it say? It said, I will take joy in labor and hold nothing back from the work that I pledge to do. You holding back from the work that you pledge to do. When you get into this thing, it's like the mob, but more serious. Cause it's definitely blood in, blood out. Cause you gotta have the blood to get in. And if you try to get out, you gonna definitely bleed that blood. Because the Most High said that he spew out lukewarm. He said that any servant that remove his hand from the plow is not fit for the kingdom. So you better take this work serious. So let's get into the next one. This is Matthew 10, starting at verse 5. It says, These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's work. And in these times, it's us on the corners, preaching and teaching these words, bringing in the masses, doing these videos, putting them up on YouTube, individual lessons, group lessons, all of that. All of that is work pushing forward to salvation. And you should do it with cheer, man. It shouldn't feel like a chore or a job. You should be invigorated by this. This is life. What we got in the world? These funk ass bitches? A fucking job? But you might got a nice car, a nice house. All that shit's gonna get burnt up. 2 Peter chapter 3. But this is pure. This is something that the Most High instilled in us. It says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preaching, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's the whole point. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump down to 10. It says, no script for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet stave, for the workman is worthy of his meat. It's talking about a workman. You got to go to work, baby. Scared money don't make no money. And you got to flip your talent. You got to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, in this sense, it's talking about the Israelites who knew that they were Israelites, not the ones who were in a Gentile mind state. But in these days, if you're not in this truth and know that you're an Israelite, we only can go to the ones who are still in that Gentile mind state. Because we're not preaching to the choir. Yeah, we do these lessons, and I can watch these lessons, and it builds them up. And you should definitely keep watching. I'm not saying that if you're in the truth, don't watch lessons, because we need it, because we are teachers in need of milk. But this should build you up and further further your learning. But, the point is, we do this for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We do this for the people who don't know that they're Israelites, so that they can come into the fold, so that the elect can be sealed, so we can get up out of here. That's the importance of our work, getting out of here. If we didn't do this work, we couldn't get out of here. Now, that's not true, because Most High always got a way, but this is the way that He set up. Do the work, get out of here. So the more we continue to do this work and the harder we push, we can get out of here. Fuck you. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, or excuse me, chapter 12. But let me see. Starting at verse 11, it says, "But all these worketh that one and the self same Spirit. But all these worketh that one and the self same Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. For as the body is one, it has many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, also is Hamashiach." Okay, because we're a group, the hopeful elect, or even in an individual camp. We're all different members within that camp, but we all have, like I said before, we all have these spiritual gifts. One may be a powerful speaker, one may be a powerful reader, one may be good at precepts, one may be a scribe, one may be good at history, or things of that nature, geography, what have you, and one may have more than one gift. But when you put it all together, it gives you that 100% truth. We hitting it from all angles, and that's part of the job. So you have to be you have to be an active vessel. You have to be ready to do your job and take care of your responsibilities. Because if you slipping, then the rest of the body is having to overcome for your shortcomings. You holding the body back. You a disease. A disease. Because what is disease? It's dis-ease. And if you continue to be a disease, what happens to disease? When you cure it, okay, it's gone. It gets cut out. So if you're not bringing towards the body what the body needs, then you're going to be removed spiritually through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, "For by one Spirit we are all baptized into one body, whether we be Jew or Gentile, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one Spirit. For that body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, Because I am not the hand, am I not of the body? Is there not? Is there therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, Because I am not the eye, I am not of the body. Is it therefore not of the body?" So everybody has a different responsibility. Take care of your responsibility. Know what your role is within the camp. What your gift is according to the Lord. Line the two up and make sure that you stay in order. And do your best to your abilities to be in line with what the Most High gave you, the lot that He gave you within His truth. It says, if the whole body were an eye, fuck you. If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? Or if the whole body were hearing, where the smelling? Okay, if everybody, wanted to speak, who's getting precepts? If everybody's getting precepts, who's, speaking, or who's doing the research? Who's pulling articles? We all have a job to do. It's like, yeah. It says, but now has the Most High set the members, every one of them, in the body as it has pleased him. All right, so the Most High set up the camps. He set up Israel, the hopeful elect in general, as it well pleased him, because he knows how this goal is going to be accomplished. He's the master chess player. He's the one who set up all the dominoes. All right, we got a couple more scriptures, I believe 3 more or so. And this is simple. It's Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. It says, then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So we had this job from the jump. We might not have known it, but the true men of the Lord, they were destined for this. This is your job. Okay, you're going to be a prophet unto the nations. Take it with joy, take it with gladness, and represent it how it should be. Okay, let's go back to this one more time. I want to keep referencing this so that we know what we're supposed to be doing, or basically the advice that is being given. It says, I will take joy in labor and hold nothing back from the work I pledge to do. Okay, we got to take joy because the Most High, before we were even born, made us a prophet. He sealed you before you were born as the elect. Take joy in that and take care of your responsibilities. And this is simple, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. For even when we were with you, this we command you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's how it is in the world. That's how it is in this truth. If you're not working, then you're not going to be able to pay your rent. You're not going to be able to put gas in your car, this, that, and the third. But spiritually, if you're not working, how you going to get salvation? How you going to make it to the kingdom? You ain't do your work. That shit don't fly in school. Why would it fly up the Most High? You ain't do your work, and now you expecting to get a passing grade. But this ain't like school. You can't just have somebody turning their homework for you, or give them your paper and cheat off their paper or whatnot. No. You got to do the work yourself. The Most High has his angels around camped around about. Messengers. Okay, constantly giving the Most High updates. Hey, Karatazai was doing this, Karatazai was doing that. You better be aware of it and make sure that them reports is good. Because at the end of the day, you the only one that can make sure them reports is good. There definitely is predestination, and you're going to do eventually what the Most High had you to do. But we can't control that. All we can give the illusion of control is what you decide to do. So get up off your ass if you ain't already up off your ass. Yeah, so this is the last one. Slacky. And this is the deepest one. It's the most it's the first one I thought of when I got this lesson. This is Sirach chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, hate not the laborer's works, neither husbandry which the Most High have ordained. Let's read them together. I will take joy in labor and hold nothing back from the work that I pledge to do. Hate not the laborer's works, neither husbandry, which the Most High have ordained. And what has He ordained? He ordained us in the womb to be a prophet and to go forth to the nations. So labor, work, or hard work, because it ain't going to be easy in this truth. It's simple what you're supposed to be doing, but it's not easy because you definitely got to fight the flesh. You have to sacrifice. You have to be disciplined. But all that's going to make you a man. All that's going to make you the man of the Lord that you need to be. So don't hate the laborer's works. Ain't nothing that's worth it easy. Enjoy the pain. Because that same pain that you're going through and you're experiencing, it's going to build you. It's going to build you into the individual that you need to be. So don't hate the laborer's works. Embrace it. And with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.